So last week my sister saw my videos. She was like, yeah, they're cute, they're sweet. Ain't nothing cute, ain't nothing sweet.
Bruh, we in Russia, bruh, first date. Oh, snap.
These past 2 weeks, I've been stuck in my room like 2020 all over again. I was sick the first week, so I couldn't do too much. Then on top of that, it snowed for like 2 days all over the East Coast, which meant classes got canceled. I wasn't complaining. I was free. I was too free. To the point where I had nothing to do. I was in my room just thinking and thinking and thinking. It was bad. You know how everyone during COVID went psycho, started dyeing their hair? They were stuck indoors going through an identity crisis. I felt like I was going through the same thing. Minus all the hair dye, I was just trapped, questioning everything. Just like, what am I even doing with life? Where am I even going?
This culture was not for me, you know?
I was born in Pakistan, but I came here and I grew up here. Some of the cousins that come here and stuff like that are like people I go to see over there. I'm like, bro, I can't relate to them. And like, I recently realized like, bro, it's all my people.
Bro, no, facts. Kind of growing up, I also had like that identity kind of struggle. It was a little different for me because like, you know, my pops is American, he's white, and then my mom is Indonesian. So I'm like, yo, they making fun of me for like being white over here. They making fun of me for having skinny eyes over here and catch a W nowhere. It's looking stereotypical as hell, but you know, like I'm not enough of this for one group. I'm not enough of this. I felt like that, but then I realized like, bro, like a Muslim American at my core, like we kind of grew up with like a whole different kind of culture.
That's legit what I'm saying. Like, one side, I didn't feel like Pakistani enough or Desi enough, and the other side, I'm like, bro, I don't relate to these people. At one point, I was like, fuck you, straight Hispanic. Like, I don't fit in there, I don't fit in there.
Like, it puts some peace in your heart to know like there are other brothers kind of struggling in the same way, kind of pursuing the same like betterness of self.
The core relation is Islam. Like, you relate because you've been through all of that as like a whole, like basically a whole ummah and stuff like that.
My brother really working the camera right here. Oh my word.
Bro, that was an epic fail. Yeah. I used to look like this, and this, and this. I'm not gonna lie, that was the worst identity crisis I've ever had. I've had many. We don't talk about the blonde hair. But nah, I was always trying to be someone I wasn't. It's like going to a thrift store, trying on a jacket until you realize it doesn't even fit. Some of them got me attention, some of them got me into trouble, some of them got me nothing. But that's life, right? Trial and error. You pretend to be someone you're not. I spent so much time just running. But this person that I am right now, that says Alhamdulillah, is the only person I need to be. Like weeks where you can't like accomplish much and stuff like that.
Yeah, everyone goes through those phases. Because every week is not the same. You know, one thing that's different between us and Allah, Allah knows the future, right? Allah's always gonna test us, He says in the Quran. So that's why, like, each week you have to be prepared for a test, right? The more knowledge you have, the more like you know about Allah, the more easier it is to cope with.
Yeah. For me especially, sometimes I get like lost between like two things. I'm like, oh, I gotta do this, but I also gotta do that. And then I'm like procrastinating and I don't get anything.
That's the thing. I think that something we gotta all do is like work on priorities. Every day the priority shifts, right? You gotta think about what's the most important thing in the moment, not like long term and stuff. Because we'd be bouncing around everywhere if we didn't have priorities and stuff.
So do you think like long term, or do you think?
You should try to take it day by day, everything. With an envision of long term. Like, for example, like you have a goal, right? Let's just say that. It could be for something good or bad. If you keep thinking of that destination, you're gonna fail. Because you're gonna be like, oh my god, I have a huge mountain to climb.
But like, if you take it day by day, you know, you're telling your mind, yo, I did this one thing, but without you realizing, you're climbing up the mountain. One also thing I want to add is your habits around that task also matter. Like, for example, you want to get strong, you want to go to the gym. What if you eat junk food? What happens, okay? What if you get 2 hours of sleep? What if you don't drink any water? What if, right? You're going to the gym every day. Nice. Are you gonna get the progress though? So maybe sometimes those tasks that you have trouble managing, like maybe there's something externally that's affecting it, right? Some people like taking the easy route out, so they try to find solutions and alternatives away from it, and then they end up not doing it. You know who's the biggest person who loves unproductivity? Like who loves you not being productive? Shaitan. You don't realize when you're productive in everything, whether it's your salah, whether it's your work, whether it's your relationship with your family, that stuff, all of that is ibadah in Islam. All of that is worship. You're getting rewarded for everything. Shaitan wants you to not get any of it. He's telling you to be comfortable with who you are, and like, you know, he doesn't want you to become the best, because you becoming the best in this world that's how you appreciate the blessings Allah gives you.
Like, being comfortable and not doing anything, like that's when you get into your mind a lot and start thinking.
If you look at the Prophet Prophet's life, he was never comfortable. Never.
Sleep on the ground and he could afford like a bed, but he chose not.
He chose that middle ground, right? He didn't choose total uncomfort where he sleeps on the rock, but he also didn't choose that lavish. The thing about him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was everything's in the middle. But even his message to Islam, he had to do a lot of uncomfortable things. Talk to uncomfortable people. You gotta embrace being uncomfortable, right? Because the only thing that's perfect is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Alright guys, we're gonna have to end the video off like that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.